Hello, everybody. Welcome to Melissa Loves Orchids. I'm happy to have you here. So today we're going to talk about mounting orchids. So today is actually a Friday. It is a teacher's work day or a teacher's planning day, and it's a day for teachers to finalize their grades, to get them ready for report cards. Yay! So I am done with my grades, and now it is time to have some fun in the garden. I wanted to talk about mounting today because I really love mounting my orchids, because I know that sometimes you just have a tendency, at least I have a tendency, to overwater, come out, do some water therapy, and water. And most of my orchids are in clay pots like these, with drainage, of course, but sometimes when I have them available, I'd rather mount them. Let me make sure this is on. It is. I'd rather mount them. Why? I'll tell you why. Because you can see that they actually love to be mounted. Since they're epiphytic, that means they normally in the wild grow on trees. There's other things that they grow on, but mainly on trees. You know that that's their natural habitat. And of course, if they're in their natural habitat, they're going to survive and thrive even better than where we want to put them, which is mainly in pots. So I have pots and I have mounts, but when I get my hands on the mounts, I love to put them on mounts. And it can be so easy. At first it was a little intimidating, but it can be very easy, very simple, quick. And let me show you that they like it. I have some examples, but first, before I show you, I want to tell you that you can get mounts on different online sources. You can go to orchid supply stores online. Like I know Ophi sells online as well. But when you go in person down in Homestead, you can pick the cork that you like and, actually take, this is from Ophi's, you can take your plant and then Carlos or Chris, can help you decide what size cork. And cork is great. It's thick, it's light, and it lasts for a long time. Cork is awesome. And it's also, has a lot of nooks and crannies. Look at this. Has a lot of nooks and crannies, just like a real tree would. So orchids love cork. So I'll show you an example of a plant loving a mount from the Ophi store at Homestead. So this is a Cattleya. And if you look closely, you can see how the roots have attached themselves. Okay, they like glue themselves onto the mount. And eventually, I have it there with a zip tie, but eventually you can take the zip tie off and it looks like it just grew on there by itself. Look at this side. Look at that. It's just hugging the cork. Love it, love it, love it. So that's one example. This is actually from Ophi's. I have another example. They have it in all different sizes. This is also from Ophi's. And another example from the Orchid Supply Store. Hi.
I can't open it.
You want to open that?
Yeah.
Excuse me. I am the official can opener. You want your fizzy water? Okay. Pour it carefully inside. Okay. This one comes from OSS, the Orchid Supply Store. So Ken down at the Orchid Supply Store has beautiful wood mounts that come from all different kinds of trees. This one, I believe, I don't know if this was oak or pear tree, but he has cherry, he has, well, right now I'm not remembering. Cherry is one of my favorites, but he has oak, he has pear. Could pear be one? All kinds. Go check them out at www.orchidsupply.store.com, and they love this kind of wood also. He sends them pre-drilled, so you'll see the holes. One less thing you have to worry about. Okay, I actually used those two to put a zip tie for my Brassavola little stars. And look, those roots are hugging onto the wood, liking their little home there. I put some spag moss, also from the Orchid Supply Store. And this plant is looking nice. I hang her in the back of my pergola. She's doing great. By the way, also, if you want to order, you can get 12% off. All you got to do is put my name, Melissa, in the coupon section. And then...
You want them?
No, you put the water in there? No, that's okay. Thank you. Oh my gosh, you're funny. The next type is made homemade. This is made by Orchids 365, and it's a green substance, not green in color, but it is eco-friendly, and it is, I believe it's made from corn something or other. I'm not exactly sure, but she takes so much attention to detail and so much care. Look how pretty, making a colorful mount. And this hasn't been on there that long, and you can see how the roots are already grabbing hold. And you can mount your little seedling Cattleyas. Yes, I know. Okay, so that's another example. Orchids 365, you can order that. But if you can't get out to an orchid supply store or order online, I have found a place on Amazon that you can order, and these have tremendous value, and I've tried it before, so I know that the orchids are not picky that it came from Amazon versus a store. So I'm just giving you options. Of course, shopping from small business owners would be my choice all the time, but sometimes you can't. No, Layla. Don't do that. Okay, don't do that. Don't do that. Jeez. Hashtag kids, right? So these come 2 for $12. The price is awesome. I have an example of an orchid that has spent some time on one of these kinds of mounts. These are actually made for terrariums, like reptile climbing beds, whatever it is. And look at how they attach just as well. The roots are attaching, liking this mount. So just to show you that you have options, it's not hard, it's pretty easy, and it's pretty satisfying when you see that your plant starts to grab on. Sorry for the planes, can't control that, it's always happening. So my idea today is to mount this plant, and you're probably thinking, but it's already in a pot. Why are you going to do that? It's only been in a pot for a little bit. And I got some expert advice from my friend Nelson. Nelson says he has one like this. He has it mounted, and it's looking great. So I was like, okay, I'm going to have to mount. I'm going to have to mount her. Oh, I forgot there's one more kind of mount. This kind you can find at many places as well. I got this one from a big box store from, I believe, Home Depot. And the plant that I have on there is the hair pig. I have some moss, roots attaching, but this is the other kind. There are a lot of baskets in this style, but you can also get them flat like this. You can put them like this and have the plant on top, and it has the little loops to put whatever hanger you want. So you can have them in any direction. You can have them like this. You can have them upright, however you want. I am testing this one upright with 3 zip ties and then a little bit of that plant Velcro to hold it in place. And it's attaching. It's looking good. So again, another option. Now hopefully nothing else pops out at me, but I think that's it. I think that's it. Okay. So here we go, guys. We are going to use this mount to mount this beautiful Laelia tenebrosa, okay, because my friend told me that he has his mounted, and it is looking fantastic. So here goes nothing. So we're here, guys, and these are my 2 options. My Laelia tenebrosa is rather small, but I know she's gonna grow. So I have this one, and it's from Ophi's. And even though she doesn't have a lot of roots, I still think this is not big enough. So I'm going to opt for the Amazon one. And let's see how it goes. So I kind of feel bad because I already put her in here. I put her with fresh media. but I just did it like a few days ago. So here goes nothing. And of course I have my, just in case, my sanitized shears and all that. Oh my gosh. Well, that wasn't too hard. I was worried for nothing. That wasn't so hard at all. That was just kind of sitting there like doo, 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 doo. Shake out the excess media. I even had a little stick, and these are little skewers that you can add to if something isn't supported. You can add a skewer and a little tie. So that's my little tenebrosa. Yes, she's not looking bad. Some of the roots I think I should have cut off. So maybe I'll do a little bit of trimming, just a little bit here and there, because these roots are dead anyways, you know. This one I believe came from Pharaoh. Oh my gosh. That's so hard. How did you do that? I can't do any more than that. Give it to Adrian. I think came from Pharaoh, and I know that I'm saying it wrong. It's Frau, like frown. That's it. Did you get it?
No, do not. Can you? I can't hold.
Right now I'm doing a video. Do you see I'm doing a video? Thank you. So you're going to give me a little bit of time because I just made you nice French toast and everything. Right? So you're going to give me a little second so I don't have to start over, right? Okay.
It's so hot.
I can't do it. You surely can't do it. Go ask Adrian. Adrian's my son.
So I have to bring it inside.
Yeah, but watch out that the cat doesn't escape.
I won't escape.
Okay. So I don't want to cut too much, guys. Just, and of course, that's another thing. Not only am I an overwaterer, I kind of get hasty and I start cutting. Okay, I don't want to cut anymore. I cut a little just so I don't have too much of the dead. So that's what she looks like. This is my mount. Oh my gosh, that's perfect. That is perfect. And I already have my sphagnum moss soaking. This is my spag moss from from Ken at the Orchid Supply Store. So take a little, have it ready. Don't have it soaked, but squeeze some of it out and have it ready to go. So now this can go away. And now I got to think. This is the artistic part. This is the part that takes a little bit of patience, and I need to, that's one of my New Year's resolutions is to, let me move this back so you don't see just my chin. I want to take more time when I'm doing this, look at the plants carefully, make sure you see the direction of growth. Like this is pretty obvious right here. This is the new growth. This is the old growth. So I like her, but the rhizome is going in this direction. I can't mount her going out like that. I kind of have to, you know, rest her where it makes the most sense. You see what I'm saying? I can't have her just shooting out like this. It's super weird. So I'm going to try to put her in a way that's, oh, I think I have found a way. My goal would be for me to attach the oldest 4 pseudobulbs, kind of like this, and leave this new growth basically not tied down so it can grow any which way it wants to. So this is the way I think she's going to go. Because see how this is kind of out? Okay, now I don't want to take my finger off, but I have to because I have to make the holes. So that's the only bad part about ordering from Amazon. Of course, no pre-holes drilled like Ken from the Orchid Supply Store. But very easy. I have these very thin shears and they're very pointy. So you kind of measure where you want it. So right around here and here, and I make 2 holes. Right there where my thumb is and right here. See how easy this is? This is not, maybe I'll move it a little over so it could be easier to, it already went through. And then with the blades, it kind of makes a hole. See? This didn't take a tool. It didn't take anything way sharp. See? So if you find a crevice, you could stick this right through any kind of scissors and it's fine. And then I found another one. And of course, be careful you don't stab your finger, because that would be awful. It hasn't happened to me yet. Twist it around and that's it. So can you see through? Not that side, but maybe this side you can see through. Can you see the holes? Okay, so very simple. I add my bed of moss strategically, maybe that's too much, strategically so that it has a nice comfy bed to retain a little bit of moisture. Sometimes I put some on the bottom at the top, but again, being an overwaterer, I don't want to go crazy with that. Then you have your zip ties. And now, guys, I'm kind of regretting getting these colorful ones that were way cheaper. If it had a nice, if it had brown or green or something that looked organic, that would be better. But now sometimes I look up and I see the colors and I'm like, I don't know if I like that. I'll try blue. So it looks pretty sturdy. But they come in different colors. I also have yellow. Oh, and I have pink. I don't know, whatever, I'll just do blue, doesn't matter. So now I should have, now I go start again, take the moss off because I realized that you need to put this in first, or at least it's easier if you put that in first. And what I like to do is I like to put the tag, did I put it backwards? Yes. I like to put the tag through the zip tie, that way if the plant grows in a weird shape. So that's what it's going to look like. It's just going to look like a holder. And it's not exactly in the center, but that's okay because the plant's going to grow however it wants to grow. It doesn't have to be perfectly in the center. Remember, this is a fun project that you do for fun, for relaxing. So this is what I'm doing. It doesn't have to be perfect. If you're looking for perfection, good luck with that, because plants are not perfect and they test your patience sometimes. So I'm going to remove the tag. I'm not going to lose it. And now is the tricky part. Do I stick it in through here or down through here? Sometimes you have to take the thing back out again. Or sometimes it comes out on its own. It's trial and error. Oh, and I said I didn't want to get these two bulbs in, so I'm going to see if it works. And of course, you got to be careful not to hurt the new growth. So I'm going to put some in the top. I'm going to put some in the bottom, some moss. I lost the hole. Here it is. Sometimes having another set of hands is easier, but little hands may not work for this, if you know what I mean. A little helper that, okay, I think she looks pretty good. What do you guys think? And sometimes these zip ties, you have them backwards. Oh my gosh. That reminds me, the other day we had some turkey vultures. I don't know what they were getting, what they were looking for, but they were intimidating. I was like, oh my gosh. So that's it. That's it. It is secure. It's not going anywhere. Look at the back. So cut the excess. Don't forget to put your tag. And these tags are really easy. It's a loop and then you stick it in like that. So under there, through here, and you have your tag forever and ever. Now your nails are all gross and your hands are gross. It's okay, guys. It's okay, girls, ladies, whoever. It's fine to get dirty every once in a while. Then you clean yourself up again. So look how pretty this looks. Doesn't this look nice? I love it. I love it. Thank you, Nelson, for the idea. Yes, definitely better than on here. I love it. I love it. I love it. So there you go, guys. That's it. Make sure it's tight, but you're not killing it with tightness. But I learned my lesson. There was some that I had done earlier, and then I touched them, and they're like, they don't like that. They don't like to be wobbly. They like to be, you know, secure so the roots can attach and all that. So this is pretty secure. I can turn it all the way around. Nothing happens. I actually put some moss behind, some moss in front. So that's my little mounting for today. I have a couple of other things to do, but I don't want to make this video too long. But I think we'll do one more. Let's do one more, and it's not going to be a mounting. Let's do a repot. Ah, I love repots. So this, I think this one I'm going to mount too, guys. This one is also from the Tamiami Orchid Festival, and it came in a flimsy, and I've never seen a flimsy pot. I was showing self-control, not taking this out. Oops. It kind of fell out anyways. But this is from Wilson's RLC Mao Shan Rose. But you know what? This looks really good. I don't know if I should do that. I hate it when I'm hasty. Why am I so hasty? Why can't I have patience? Okay, let me put this aside. That's not what I was going to do. Focus. Focus, focus, focus. Focus. This is what we're going to do. And I want to, if you give me a minute, I need to wash. I'm going to wash. I'm going to disinfect. I'm going to do things correctly so that nothing gets contaminated. Be right back. Hey everyone. We are back here with a repotting. So this plant came from Carmela's Orchids. Let me scoop back. This came from Carmela's Orchids. This is the beautiful, I'll show you the tag, white with yellow on the inside. I know you can't see it very well, but I'll read it to you. BLC Mahina Yahiro White. NN. So I learned the other day that NN means extra chromosome, and I don't know what that extra chromosome does, if it's good or not or whatever. But anyways, it finished blooming right from this sheath right here, and I am dying to repot it out of this into this lovely pot. Now I have a couple of choices for pots. I have this one and this. I got this, and I got a bigger one, but we're not even going to bring that out because we know it's too big. So let's talk about pot sizes. So right now this is in a, what is this, a 4-inch? I believe this is a 4-inch. This seems like a 3, maybe 3.5. Okay, this was from another plant. I would clean it out a little bit more. I mean, I did clean it, but whatever. Then there's this one that is 6.7. So this one is very wide, but it is shorter. So I like wide and short for my Cattleyas. I think that's what is best for them. But sometimes when they're really tall, you need to have them a little deeper. And this one is, wow, can't see it, 6. So I think this one is definitely out. Unless I get in there and I see that there's not much root. But still, this is too little. So let's take that out of the equation. Taller or shorter? That one looks fine, but this also looks fine. Decisions, decisions. Wow! Oh my gosh, was that a sign? Was that a sign that doesn't want to be in here? Okay guys, so it is, I mean, we're talking about a 1/2 inch. I'm going to go with the shallow one. I'm going to go with this one because I love it. I'm going to go with this one unless the roots are longer than I imagine. But I just kind of pulled it out accidentally and it came out. I don't think that I was ready for that, but that's okay. Keep the tags close because I have lost tags before. You ready? Let's see what's in here. So one of the main things that I wanted to tell you was don't be hasty like me. Wait until your plant finishes blooming, which I did. And also wait till you see new roots, which I also did. So can you see it? It is growing new roots. It is finished blooming. It is time. Now it is time. So as you could see, it was it was barely in there. I'm surprised that hung on. So, and the media is not bad. Sometimes I like to make sure that I don't have any old media, but it looks like before he sent it, this is from Carmela, and it has some big pieces. Look at this. So I might want to reuse this unless the media is falling apart, which it's not at all. It's not falling apart. Then you can use new or you can use some of the old. I also don't like to disturb too much the root situation. So sometimes I just kind of look around to see if there's anything really, really rotten that might be bad to leave on. I'm not seeing that much that I need to remove. Just a couple of stragglers that are just kind of hanging on and the velamen has come off, and you don't want that because you don't want any, chances for bacteria. It's just like getting a haircut, and this is so relaxing. Come out here, give your plant a trim, and I told myself I'm going to take more time and I'm going to do these repots a little more carefully. I follow someone whose name is Nicole Diane. I don't think it's Diane. I think it's Deanne. And she takes so much care and time to repot that I feel guilty when I just go boom, boom. I think, oh my gosh, I'm not doing it right. So this is a question I wish I would have researched or asked before I got to this point. When your plant comes with this little patchy moss substance, should you break that up and see what's in there? Should you leave it alone? I'm not sure. Like, I'm a beginner, like some of you. Some of you out there are full-fledged experts, scientists even, and I love to have you aboard. You guys give me such good advice and good ideas. So I am just going to take the hose and wash it off a little bit just to see if anything is loose. Look at that. All right, so I definitely don't want to have any of these old roots jump into the new setup. Some of these bigger pieces of bark might still be useful. I usually just do everything new, but it looks like right before they sent it that, oh look, big piece of charcoal. I'm going to leave that right there. This one doesn't look good. Even though this is supposed to be really relaxing, sometimes it can feel like you're doing something wrong. At least it can feel like I'm doing something wrong. And when I film it, I kind of feel like everybody's watching. and at home, they're saying, oh my gosh, look at what she's doing. That's not right. Or this is not right. But you know what? For me, it's relaxing. I've seen success with a lot of my plants. I've seen plants rebloom. I've seen plants that are sick that are getting better. So I guess every now and then I do something right. So hopefully if I am making mistakes, you guys give me some grace with that. And that's it. That's it. So that's it. I'm not going to do too much more. I'm going to see how I situate her in here. There are some big pieces that I'm going to add to the bottom. And this is the new growth. So I'm going to see if she wants to stay more towards this end. Okay, so here I have a little situation. Look at that. That didn't look great. And I pulled it a little, and I'm looking up because, you know, I have a feud with the squirrels. And they are there. They're close. All right, so that bulb looked a little bit, and this one looks a little, like it has a little bit of black on it. I don't want to keep that. I don't want to keep the one with a little black on it because, you know, the black rot is close. It's always near the black rot. No. Okay, that's it. I'm not going to cut anymore. Nothing else pop out of me. Everything else looks good. This last little bulb over here looks good. See? Nothing wrong with that. Okay. Sometimes you have to talk yourself through it. Ooh, all the roots fell in here. Okay. So kind of like, no, sorry, like this. Now, should I cut this off? I don't know if I should cut it off. It doesn't look like there's anything wrong with it, but it's nothing growing from it. It's just a little, I'm going to cut it off. Oh, no, I'm going to leave it on. I'm going to leave it on. No, I'm going to cut it off. No, I'm going to leave it. I mean, there's a little bit of browning on it. Oh, okay. Stop. That's it. You see? Now I'm stressed out. I'm worried. I feel like I got to call 10 people to tell me what I'm doing wrong. Okay, that's it. I'm just going to pot it up. So those two little bulbs were not looking awesome. Again, I'm going to put the growth out that way. Okay, so I'm going to put it towards the back. And now there's nothing. Those little bulbs were in the way. They're not in the way anymore. Okay, make sure not to mess with that new good root. And I also follow another, this is actually a plant store owner. Oh my gosh, I'm going to end up bark all over my face. His name is Tanner. Have you guys seen or followed or heard of Tanner the planter? Super funny. Him and his wife, they have really nice, fun videos. And he always talks about slapping the pot, making sure that everything settles. So that's what I'm going to try to do. Where's my little scooper? My handy scooper. Okay. I'm going to need to have a rhizome clip for this one, I'm pretty sure. This was ending up to be a little bit harder than I expected. I have my new media. The Orchid Supply Store has media for you if you want. Ophi's has media. Even sometimes you just gotta go. I'll show you. Sometimes you gotta run out to Home Depot and grab you one of these. I mean, the spag moss I wouldn't get from anywhere if it's not the New Zealand one. I wouldn't go cheap on that. But sometimes I've noticed that the bark is good. So I have in here bark from the Orchid Supply Store, which I'm running out. That's why I had to run out to Home Depot and supplement with their bark. So right now, this is not stable yet. This is not too stable, and I'm staying away from that new root so I don't mess up that new root. Another thing I like to add lava rock. I love putting lava rock, especially on top. I've seen that that's good for weight, no tipping over. Let me get a couple from the bag. This also I got from Home Depot. And what I do is I put it in a pot, plastic, okay? Then I take the water, and when you run it through, you're gonna see that there is a whole lot of red dust. Red dust, debris, all of this that comes in the box. You don't want that in the bag. You don't want that. So I wash it off, and then I position them around to add more weight and support. And I think that no matter how much I try, I still am going to need a rhizome clip. And I don't know if you noticed, for those of you that are experts out there, I added a couple of shorter videos that are just kind of how-tos, tips, tricks, hacks, that kind of thing for the newbies that log on. So I hope that those are helpful, and feel free, if you're one of these expert growers, let me know if I'm saying something wrong. I'll be right back. I'm going to get a rhizome clip. So I'm back. My hands are a mess. My area is a mess. These are the clips. They come in different sizes. So I have a bigger one and a smaller one. I think the smaller one will be fine. And the goal is so the rhizome is going horizontally. It's growing horizontally. So you want to kind of grab it, put it through the center of the plant, and then it's going to attach by pushing it down the side here. And sometimes you gotta bang it, sometimes you gotta stand up and put your weight on it, but it has to be snug or else it's not doing it. Oh, that's it. I did it. I did it. I did it. I did it. Look at that. Take off the price from your pots because it's tacky. And guys, I can't believe, I think we're done. That's it. That's all you need to do. No project is ever complete without you putting the tag back. And for some reason, this came with 2 tags. And I think that was a sign that one of them was going to get lost. So I'm going to make sure to just stick them both in there. Put the tag back on so you know what this is. And someone else had told me about an awesome kind of tag that they use. Have you followed Ingram Growers? Or it's a husband and wife team. And I think that he works at Palmer's, I believe, in Central Florida, around there. And he was telling me about, they have these really cool ones that are metal, and you just take a pencil and write it, and it kind of embosses it. And you don't ever have to worry about the names washing off. So I'm going to look into that. I asked him, where can I get it? So let's see when he answers, or she answers. I don't even know which one of them was telling me. But look at that, guys. That's it. That's it. We are done, safe and secure. This one's not going anywhere. Look. Shake, shake, shake. It's not going anywhere. The rhizome clip is in. She is safe and secure. I'm really happy with this. This was really satisfying. I hope you guys join me for more. We did a mount and a repot. 2 little projects on my day off. I hope you had fun, and I hope if you have an orchid at home and you're thinking repot, mount, sounds intimidating, sounds like I can't do it, you can. You can do it. It's easy. The supplies, I've given you options where you can get it if you don't know. If you're an expert, weigh in and tell me, did I do it right? Is there something I could have done better? Let me know. I don't care. I am all for constructive criticism, and we're going to shut it down before the lawn people come and get very loud. So thank you for joining me. I hope you like and subscribe. More videos coming. I have a nursery video coming up, a nursery visit that I am planning, and just more work here in the garden. Thank you. Have a great day.